The 33rd Annual Georgia Farm Bureau Commodity Conference was held recently at the University of Georgia's Athens campus. It gave farmers from all across the state an update on the industry and the latest research. The Monitor's Damon Jones was there.
Welcome to the 33rd Annual State Georgia Farm Bureau Commodity Conference. We're proud to be here in Athens. We were invited here by...
It's a chance for producers to reshape the future of their industry at this year's Georgia Farm Bureau Commodity Conference, as hundreds of farmers were on hand to voice their opinion on proposed policies.
This is the beginning of our policy development season, and these committees will meet and discuss the policy that we have in place now and any new issues that may have come up within their commodities, so that we can go through the process this fall and have good, solid policy to take to the convention.
We have a number of activities scheduled for the day, including tours and some real good speakers, but the main purpose of us meeting here is to start our policy process. And each committee then will review their policy, tweak it a little bit, come up with any changes or deletions or additions, and then once they're finished with that, that will go on to our PD committee later on in a few weeks. Ultimately, this exercise here, this information will be presented to our delegates at Jekyll Island and then voted on and become policies.
Representatives from 20 different commodities were in attendance, tackling issues in everything from cotton to peanuts. It's that type of diversity that allows each industry to have their say.
The very unique thing about this process is that we can address individual issues by commodity. And so this afternoon at 2 o'clock, we'll have all 20 committees meeting at one time, and they'll be addressing those issues that's pertinent to them. We make a very strong attempt to touch each base to address each individual commodity and address their issues. Georgia is fortunate in the fact that we have a good climate, in normal years a good rainfall, and all the things necessary to produce just a wide variety of commodities. And so that is reflected in our meeting today.
During the conference, Farm Bureau members also got a tour of some of the many research facilities on the Athens campus, which allowed them to get a sneak peek into the future.
Well, you know, today we come to Athens, to the oldest land-grant university in the nation, and come to see what research that we're doing around agriculture here. And we've been very interested in seeing. I spent my morning at the poultry division looking at the research going around poultry, and just very interested in what all they're doing.
Speaking of interested, a look at the upcoming Farm Bill was also a major topic of discussion. It's an issue that has many farmers worried about the future.
Well, I think the Farm Bill is going to have the potential to have some pretty substantial changes made to it over a period of relatively short number of months. This super committee is going to talk about reducing spending, and agriculture spending is going to be a big chunk of that. The debt ceiling will obviously debate, and then this commission that's been put together out of it will talk about cuts in programs across the board, and agriculture is just going to have to be one of those, or will be one of those, whether we want to be or not.
However, it's not all bad news, as some people like Dr. Scott Engel do see a bright future for the industry.
It looks like we're starting to come out of this. Commodity prices are going up. Farmers are making some money. Georgia has had 13 months of good revenue increases. Hopefully it'll all translate into helping to restore some of the lost funding for the College of Agriculture. But I believe we have a very bright future. When you look around the world, the food we got to produce, our ability to produce it, our ability to teach people to do that, this is just a great place to be right now.
The same can also be said for Don Childs, who received this year's Georgia Farm Bureau Commodity Award, a fitting honor after decades of distinguished service.
Well, it means a lot of people think I did a lot of good work, and I think that's pretty important. But I guess more important is I did do a lot of work for many years, but not for an award, because the organization meant a lot to me and still does.
For the Georgia Farm Monitor, I'm Damon Jones.